Alright, good evening everybody, and welcome back to yet another session of blowing up biters, hopefully. We are not running out of nukes, that is not the bankrupted part. The nukes are, they might as well be infinite, at least for the player. The bankrupted part, before it was stone, at the start of the last stream, we were basically almost completely out of stone and out of walls. We did manage to turn it around by making a questionable extension to our base, so some sort of periscope, except the end part is underwater instead of above water. Never mind. But it did allow us to get this iron, a tiny source of iron, and this stone online, which saved us. This is now our wall production, instead of whatever is left over here. Basically nothing. So that was the saving grace in terms of walls. I think wall count should be up again. Yeah, we have 22,000 walls again instead of, you know, like less than 1,000 or something. I don't know what the low point was, but it was very low, and if the walls go, then the base goes as well. Currently the problem is iron. Despite the new iron patch over here, we're not generating enough iron. The ammo belt is bleeding dry. Sure, there's 21,000 ammo on there, but it should be completely backed up all the way to the ammo assemblers. If that's not the case, we are bleeding ammo. We are spending more ammo than we are producing. And we're not producing a little bit of ammo. We are producing basically 250 magazines per minute. Our cap was 294. We have at the end of the last stream we increased the cap to 420, but we cannot sustain that as we don't have the resources for it. That's not the whole story though. We're also losing a lot of gun turrets which have ammo inside them. I already reduced the count to between 5 and 7 mostly, what gets destroyed with every gun turret. But for every gun turret that gets destroyed, we lose an additional 5 to 7 magazines. And at the end of the day, we're losing more than that we are able to produce. Which means, once the gun turrets go, you need all 3 damage types in Rampant. If one of the damage type goes, if power fails and laser dies, if the oil pipe fails and the flamethrowers die, or if the ammo belt dries up and the gun turrets die, any of those things will be an end for this playthrough. The situation isn't helped by the fact that we have managed to eliminate most of the northern and the entire northwestern part of the map. That is clear of biters. We have made the regional world peace already. But that basically means all of the attacks that Rampant generates are now concentrated on the southern wall. So that is, we get twice the attacks here now, which means we take a lot more damage because the attacks are bigger and more frequent, and there is less time to repair between the attacks. So that is not looking great. We can do this trick with the stone for the iron. I said at the end of last stream I wanted to try and mine this iron on this island over here. It's an island, it's not a peninsula. It is completely isolated from the rest of the map. So no biters can migrate onto there except via underground attack from over here. It would be a good case to see if they do that. The thing is though, this is really far away and we need a lot of landfill. We've got other iron sources which are technically more close by. Like this one over here. This one is pretty decent as well. But it has the problem of that these biters can part underground next to my base and attack the mine. And we cannot really protect this sufficiently. So if we're gonna take this iron, then we might as well just take this one, which is even better. It's 13 million. It is basically, I think it's more rich than... Okay, not quite. We have consumed and produced 20 million iron ore at this point. I guess with the mining productivity, this still equates to about 20 million. We have 4 levels. So we are at 40%. So there's like 1.2 there's like 18 or 19 million worth of iron. And I think we do have enough landfill in stock, thanks to my religious deconstructing of our landfill farms over here, where the biters die in the water and they make landfill bridges towards your base. Haha, joke's on you, Rampant and Factorio 2. You can deconstruct landfill again, so it's not a permanent debuff for us, and that is how we have been getting all of our landfill. Basically, literally all of our landfill has come from dead biter corpses. My base is built on dead biter corpses. I think we've got enough to extend this wall, basically hook it around the iron patch, and then just go for this iron patch over here, which should be good. There should be no attacks from the north. All that goes underground. I don't know if they can path underground in an arc or only in like straight-ish lines. I don't know if they tactically go around stuff during the underground attacks. So that is going to be our bet for today. We're going to try to mine this, and then we're just going to continue the onslaught. Let's load the actual save where the map markers are. So this is our square over here, which we want to clear of biters using infinite nukes. Originally the southern end was a lot bigger. It went all the way to over here, but there is not really a reason to do that. We already examined that the biters in here, there are not a lot of highly resistant to nukes biter types in here. And yes, that's a thing. Biters being resistant to nukes, because why not? That exists. But a lot of the factions in here are not very resistant to nukes. They are just like normal, the more normal resistance biters. So we don't really need to go out all the way south. So I think we can hopefully get this iron, protect it, and finish up the infinite nuking spree in preparation for the final world peace mission by our 12 apostles or whatever. I think they are hiding somewhere over here. It's not exactly 12, but you get the idea. These guys, the bringers of world peace, especially these ones with their white capes, to bring the initial message. These are very much not infinite nukes. We need to actually produce all of them and spend them, which we are currently not doing because we don't have iron, believe it or not. We've got plenty of uranium-235. We can make nukes for Jace. We've got plenty of explosives. We are missing blue chips, and currently we cannot produce blue chips. We have switched off the machines because of our iron shortage. All of the iron needs to go into ammo. So yeah, we need to, I want to upgrade this to 4 red belts basically. Currently we've got a capacity of 4 yellow belts coming in, but I want to double our furnace stack over here with the new mine that we are going to build out here. That is the plan for today. Let's see if the biters let us do that. The problem is mainly in the underground attacks. So if the biters come overground, I don't know if we're getting attacked right now, it doesn't seem like it. But not a lot of magazines are spent. I think there's an attack incoming right now. Yeah. So these guys, the gun turrets will not fire because the rest of the turrets will take it out. Okay, not quite. But you get the idea. If the other turrets can do most of the damage, the gun turrets don't spend a lot of ammo. But when underground attacks come in, they basically materialize in range of the gun turret, so they will just shoot their maximum amount of bullets on those targets. And yeah, one of them is coming in right here. Just a small group, you know, of 151 biters coming to attack the base via underground attack. Yeah, so no gun turrets are firing. Let's speed up the game. Let these guys materialize. I'll slow down to half speed here. Okay, so that's immediately all the gun turrets fired. Well, they gotten destroyed anyway. the underground attacks are also way more deadly for the base and for the amount of things we lose. 20 gun turrets, so that's 120 magazines or so in those gun turrets gone as well. And when we are doing the nuking, you can see the next underground attack is already coming in. When we are doing the nuking, most of the biters go underground to attack our base. So yeah, this is just a continuous wave of destruction right there. Thanks Sagittarius for the 27 months. Appreciate it, man. What's the win condition in this mod? The win condition for me is making world peace, which means there are going to be no biters left on the map or off the map. This is the very edge of the map. This actually does not exist. And contrary to here, this terrain very much does still exist. There's not a lot of shenanigans going on, similar to the Ultimate DEATHWORLD challenge, which we played a couple of years ago. It works with the same principle, basically. When will you start playing? Yeah, that's a good question. I think very soon. I really want to catch up in this. I don't know where to catch up in this series, man. There's been a lot of grindy blowing up biters, alternated with short sessions of building and whatnot. I think you can find the first world peace stream where we actually are going for the world peace. That would probably be a good point to jump ahead to. But yeah, of course you lose a lot of the actual build-up. Right. I will get my coffee and then we're gonna start. So relaxing, the Glebba music. Perfect for a nice Rampant DEATHWORLD playthrough. Okay. I need to catch my bearings a little bit. I think we ended with a nuking spree last time. So we got a lot of attacks and underground attacks coming in, including that 150 biter one, which we just saw materialize in the walls. Cannot do anything about that. I think the play is to take a break from nuking the biters and focus on getting the iron. I think there's not really something else which we need to do. Let's go over the base. Coverx enrichment is still working as much as possible. We are actually running out of... We are able to process the full flow of uranium coming in at this point. That hasn't been the case for a long time, since we had the double uranium mine up. But enough of the drills have run out on both patches now. This was not the entire patch, it was much bigger. We have mined up more than half of it. 4.7 million down to 2.1. And here the second patch is from 2.7 down to 1.5. So basically half of the uranium is gone. And we are no longer using all of these machines to do the work. But yeah, like I said, uranium's not the problem, at least not for now. I think we'll probably have enough to finish the game. We need to make sure we can start on the blue chips. I think we solved, quote-unquote solved, the sulfuric acid for batteries for laser turrets by just plopping a full chest of iron in here. So hopefully this will start building up again at some point. And laser turret production should pick up, because right now we are missing the batteries. And laser turrets is another constant battle to keep the amount of stock up to date. We're losing a lot of laser turrets because we have a lot of laser turrets, especially at the front lines. And these underground attacks, they really like to... You can see the ammo belt is so empty that these turrets, which have gotten replaced, they won't get ammo for a while. So that's a problem. This belt needs to be backed up with ammo for it to work properly, because these turrets will just be without ammo for way too long. The next underground attack is already coming in. So yeah, I think we drop everything. We just go for the iron mine. Right? Still have some modules in here. Question is, I think we can let the bots build an extension wall on here, honestly. So we can just do that from the base. I need to build it in such a way that whenever I paste my wall blueprint, that stuff does not get messed up. So we already had a bit of practice. We can do it the same way as over here. Just keep the belt uninterrupted and draw off magazines with an inserter. That should be good. And that means not all of the stuff can get pasted, but we are only force. Don't use super force, which overrides the existing stuff, but we use force, which places anything that can be placed and leaves the rest intact. So we're probably going to do something similar to this. Mining productivity just not worth it. I mean, it's gonna cost I don't have the exact math, but I think it was roughly like 1 million resources per 1000 signs. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but that's the order of magnitude we're speaking about. Sorry, mining productivity is at 5000 signs, so we're talking about 5 million resources. This is not such an end game base that we just have that laying around. As you can see, all game long we're at like less than 30 million, so that's a significant chunk of resources. We haven't done any teching in forever, basically. We have gotten the infinite damage upgrades, which were affordable, and we have ignored any other research going forward. I think by the time we finally can afford to research again, we won't need to anymore. It's one of those type of scenarios. By the time we can afford to, we have already won and we don't need to go to the trouble. Alright, let's try and start expanding. I guess we just stay in the base. We need to... I guess we will copy the thing on the water here. Let's paste it outside of Roboport range. We do not need a tank belt. It's not going to be a tank, and this needs to be reversed. The rest is going to be pretty much the same, I think. So yes, that should be within range a little at least. Yeah, it is a little bit in range. So that's good. I suppose let's try to paste half of it. That should connect the Roboport networks once it gets placed. It's actually pretty good. I suppose we also want to get this landfill strip in the front. I don't know if I can place that in the void. I can probably super force that. Okay. The bots are going to be waiting like sitting ducks, but there should be nothing here that can attack them. So hopefully that will be alright. Now we can just daisy chain the copy pastes into the void, I suppose. I guess he will be on the land by now. Now we just need to wait for bots to come in with the landfill. It's gonna take them a while. We can probably go in there ourselves with some landfill to lay the foundations. That's maybe a better idea. We'll get rid of those two Roboports then. Yeah, that's already out of range, so we should be good. And then we can place this ourselves. Alright then. My logistics are off. Just throw some stuff in the garbage. Man, my inventory is a hot mess. guess that is fairly good. Not really sure what we should be carrying. Landfill, I suppose. Yeah, we got a lot of it. Let's also take mining drills and a lot of belts and a lot of efficiency modules. We had a full stack in here. And I guess the rest is going to be yellow belts. And do I have undergrounds and splitters and stuff? Not really. Splitters I had, right? Yeah, I think splitters are okay. Guess we can handcraft more underground belts if we need to. We can do that right now. Something like that. Alright, so we'll head that way with all the landfill. I guess let's go around. Switch off the robot network for a bit. Biters can target the player, so we might get surprise attacked. But in general, I think we should be okay. There's the bots. They're placing some of the stuff. Guess the robot just got placed, so now the next line of bots is gonna come in with from the buffer chests. They took all the stuff from the buffer chest, which is supposed to fix the wall. But we still need to connect this though. So I guess this needs to go. We'll connect it via underground. And if I paste it right now, that will go wrong. Okay, I guess I just interrupted the connection myself here. Okay, it was just me, alright. So... sure. If I now do this... okay, we do get back this pipe, so let's add this pipe, so at least it will stay connected. Yeah, or this will happen all the time. We also need to connect the oil, because that's as simple as this. Will place a pump, which should be powered already. And another substation, because apparently it's not powered. Connect the wall. Guess we delete this. And I guess a bit tricky to fit it all in, but something like that. Probably. Okay, we're waiting for the fast inserter, which we don't have. Let's... I guess we can go there ourselves. We'll go from this side. Let's place the landfill. Iron mission landfill. Does light oil do more damage? Yes, but flamethrower damage we don't want to upgrade too much, because it burns it will burn my own bots as well. So we gotta find at some point it starts burning. burning down too many bots. We have the wrong armor on. Right, we just have landfill in the inventory. This should be pretty efficient. Alright. I guess we do want to take the roboports. I have only one. We can make 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to connect this myself. Also take the power lines. So the robots have power. And this should summon a whole lot of bots to fill up all of this stuff now. So that can go in one go. Yeah, there are nuke resistant biters. We can literally shoot them with a nuke at point blanc and they don't care. They just don't care. It is absurd. Alright, the gun turrets will get placed. I do hope we have enough laser turrets for this. We're already down to 500 now. I guess here we just continue with a good old normal blueprint. If I can somehow align it right. Need to flip it. Okay. That should be okay. Did I put a pump on every single tile? That is a little bit excessive, I suppose. But that doesn't connect even. The spider is too wobbly. Let's go from map view. Alright. There is oil in the flamethrowers now. So it looks like we're okay. Okay, the fast inserter has got in place, so ammo is starting to get on the belt as well. Which is good. It will drain the ammo belt even further than it already has though, which is less good. Let's grab, okay, I cannot grab some of the landfill. We are too heavily under attack. Alright, let's leave it. I do want to paste my wall blueprint and just see what it does. I think it just places back a couple walls here, which is fine, I suppose. As long as nothing gets interrupted. Alright, the gun turrets are filling up with magazines, so that's good. I basically want to get out of here as soon as possible, really. We'll use the... I should use the blueprint book. Final corner. It's a little bit excessive. But I guess it's gonna be here then. Alright. We're out of robots now, so the rest will have to be done by the bots. We'll get rid of the really excessive amounts. This bell goes the wrong way, we'll solve that later. And we'll let the bots build the rest here. There will not be a tank built here. I will ignore it. Okay. Once the bots get all of this built, iron should be safe. Okay, we do have a chance now to loot almost 2 stacks of landfill out of here. That's a lot of biter corpses. Alarm should go away anytime. Or not. Okay, bots are doing well. It's gonna take them some time, but I think we'll leave that up to the bots. Let's start thinking about the mining drill layout. See what fits here. It does look like that could be the right alignment already. There's an 8 white patch. I think for now we're just gonna mine 4 yellow belts and get out of here. With mining productivity 4, we will need 22 drills per belt. I guess we'll have 24, 26, we'll delete those. I don't have enough. I don't know why I don't have enough. Okay, I don't have the power lines. Alright, so substation should power it. We'll put a roboport. Yeah, the roboport will cover the mining patch. That will place the power poles, so we can get out of here with this thing. We'll input priority the center, and that's about it, I suppose. Alright, grab the splitters, underground, whatever. And now we're gonna go back to the base. Alright, the last roboport has gotten placed. I have been slacking with the landfill farms. It appears. Look at all that landfill. We get non-stop attacks in this area, man. Look at that. This might still be from the It might still be from revenge attacks from all the nuking we did. That could very well be the case. But yeah, 200 stuffs are getting destroyed in 10 seconds. This counter shows you basically how much stuff has gotten destroyed during the last 10 seconds. And it usually sits somewhere between 100 and 200 these days. It's that bad. Alright, we need to basically start... let's copy a large section. Oh, we're gonna go back to the base. I think we're just gonna go, but in general, that is looking okay. Now it's our mission to bring this back to the base. And the main focus is basically just keeping out of the way of any possible direct path of underground attack. So we're just gonna stick to the shoreline, I suppose, as much as we can. Okay, we are gonna come in here now, I suppose. That will do just fine. We don't have a lot of red undergrounds. I think we have enough to get ourselves in the base though. Yeah, I guess we can do the underground. Alright, the mining facility is up and running. The defenses are not completely satisfied just yet. Oh yeah, the belt is going the wrong way. Forgot about that. Fortunately, that can be switched remotely. Also, oil is not connected somehow. This might be slightly important. Okay, we have missing a single pipe. So that should be alright. The iron is already coming. We need to hurry up slightly. I guess we're just gonna go in the robot line here. Not really that much space for a wide bus. That's not actually a valid use case to do it this way instead of, you know, this way, because this belt transports a tank and the tank cannot go through underground belts. It will just get stuck. This tank repairs our walls. So we actually have a valid use case to do it like this. Nobody is allowed to crash out at me for that. And the stream is dead. Or is it? Stream is good. It was struggling with working now. I have 0 megabits upload speed. I don't know how the signals are getting through. Let's check the... Huh. Do you see the image right now? Let's go to the text screen. Do you see the text screen? Let me know if you see the text screen. How do you even hear me? Streamlabs says I'm uploading at 0 kilobytes a second. 6,000 kilobits a second. Okay, so this is really weird. Okay, so I cannot trust the counter there. We see the tag and hear you. Alright. Let's go free data connection, I suppose. 0 kilobits a second. Stream excellent quality. Okay, we'll continue. Right. I probably missed this then. We got into the base with some underground and I was bragging about finally we have a valid use case to do this instead of doing this. This is superior because if we don't do it, this belt is transporting the tanks with the repair packs, which keeps our walls in order. And they obviously cannot go through underground belts, they have to go over overground belts. So if we do it the other way, we'll block the tanks. Valid use. I got a valid use out of that, I'm happy. Alright. Still works a little bit janky. I don't know if that is supposed to be disconnected. Probably it's fine. So where are we going now? We need to go... I think we can just connect onto these belts. These are basically empty. This old iron mine over here with like 4 active drills. So I suppose we maybe want to come in here or something if we can. We kinda can. Let's go there. So we'll have a corner here then. Okay, let's just go straight. Let's copy a corner again. After they introduced that copy-paste function, I hardly use blueprints for... I used to have blueprints with corners for 4 and 6 and 8 and whatnot, but with copy-paste all of that stuff became obsolete basically. We can do this, and that will switch the task over to our bots. Okay, let's see what connects and what not. Problem is I cannot walk and drag belts because then the bots won't fly out and the task will get deviated to base bots. We are losing 400. I haven't... Okay, we are dead. RIP. I don't even know what went wrong. Legit loss. There is no recovering from this. There's no way. Did we just get overwhelmed? Or did something get disconnected or something? Recovery possible? I don't see it though. Everything is circular. The oil pipes are... Oil is empty. The ammo belt is gone. There is no ammo on the belt, so we are losing 2 types of damage real quick on... Like over here, for instance. Recovery is possible by saves coming. I suppose. We're actually out of laser turrets. We're out of laser turrets. We cannot even place what we need right now. We probably should cannibalize some laser turrets, to be honest. Yeah, this corner was under heavy attack. The thing is, the attacks are not stopping, you know, even if we can get rid of this, the attacks are never ending, so there is no way to recover this. I can make a save here. Legit loss. Biters broke in the base. I have no idea how though. Can potentially... We are... Oh, artillery is targeting... Artillery is targeting some of those power drainage things, I guess. That also does a lot of collateral damage. There's no recovering, man. That's just too much. Too many biters coming in. Look, the underground attacks. The underground attacks are also just going through the base right now. So that's kinda it. There is no way. I don't believe it. Go away, peaceful Gleba music. This is not a time to be peaceful. Holy smokes. There's the Vulcanist tracks when you need him. I guess this one will do, one of the good old Norwegian tracks. Nothing in buffer chests for repair. We might have nothing in the buffer chests here. I guess, we didn't save in a while. So... I guess here we should still be fine. Am I just using up too many laser turrets? Maybe I should build a little bit less impressive then. We can also cannibalize these laser turrets here. That should give us a couple hundred. It's 200 and there's about 300 laser turrets there. We probably can cannibalize more. The problem is then... I don't know how far to go, but I guess until this wall over here. Yeah, we can take those. I think we should take those, man. That's 1200 laser turrets. That's a very good... I think that is really what happened, yeah. We ran out of laser turrets. And we drew empty all of the... We drew empty all of the laser turrets from the buffer chests to build the new expansion here at the iron. And we have no laser turrets in stock whatsoever. And without the laser turrets, I guess they... Look at all the stuff missing in the blueprint, man. That is just horrible. It should look like this. Like, you know, continuous. If the run becomes unrecoverable, we'll start something else. I have to say, the map I chose for this was very good for the beginning. The opening strategy was... This was a great map for the opening strategy. But it turned out to be a pretty horrible map for a long game because of... I think we got pretty shafted with resources close to the base. We didn't have any really good patches. Except this one. This was 5 million. But the rest was all like 2 million or something. We had none of the good stuff. And it was a constant struggle to keep resources up. So if I would restart this, it would probably be another map. But I think we can save it. We can save it from here by not overspending laser turrets, I suppose. I suppose... Back to here. The least that we can do is make a blueprint then. So we don't need to design everything again. So We can make a blueprint off of this section over here. I can make a blueprint of this entire area in one go, if really. Snap it to a grid. Plop it somewhere. And then we'll just plop that down. But we'll make some changes to that. First of all, I don't know, should we get rid of the... I think we should get rid of the laser turrets. Until we've got like confirmed attacks on this side. Probably should do a little bit less laser turrets here. And also, let's start picking up these laser turrets. Maybe accept the corners. And this corner should be safe, really. Let's just go for it. We'll delete all. And that is going to be deleted all the way until our new wall. It should be somewhere over here. Yeah, there it is. So that should give us laser turrets to build the upcoming expansion again. Now we can go and place landfill, I suppose. All right. I guess that's normal. We want to handcraft some additional hoverboards, so we can speed up whatever it is that the bots are doing. So we also need to power that, or it will all switch itself off again. Okay. I guess I do have the power lines on me. I just didn't think I have. Now we let my bots build the drills here. We're losing 100 things. That is normal. If we're losing 100 to 200 things, there is no need to be too worried. And the thing is now, if I paste the blueprint, I will put back all the laser turrets we just took out. So we'll need to make another copy of that without laser turrets. Which does also not replace the laser turrets we are missing at the wall here. But so be it. Dang, there's a lot of attacks coming in. We'll let the bots catch up with this over here. Grab all the beltsy stuff. And I guess we are rebuilding this. There's 200 things getting destroyed. 280. Oh boy. There's 300 things getting destroyed. It is, I guess it's just spread out. Holy smokes. Yeah, I get that it is all interrupted here. Everything is out of ammo. Next underground attack is already coming in. Okay, I think we are not waiting for that. All we can do really is space the blueprint and hope the oil circulation will recover itself. There's 500 things getting destroyed. Holy smoke. They're not in the base though. 500 things getting destroyed in 10 seconds is definitely not standard though. But yeah, we have 1400 laser turrets in stock now, despite the new build. A lot of the construction bots are tied up. We are still missing that fast inserter. We gotta go place that, at least. I'm also standing here like a noob to draw biter attacks onto this wall. Okay, the alarm went away. Means the oil has been recovered. Now we are starting to slowly fill up these gun turrets. Let's paste it one more time, just to be sure. I thought we had lost again when I saw that number go up to 500 things getting destroyed. That is not a small number. Alright, I will copy a corner once. And then we'll just switch up and down. I think we went on that edge of the landfill there. There's the volcanist track. There are certainly a couple large attacks coming in, but the wall seems to be repaired. So, man. At this point it just becomes a... not necessarily for the landfill, but just to deny the biters. The rite of passage. I guess we're still gonna go max distance. Despite the lasers being gone here. Man. Okay. I do hope that we have the resources to survive this. So again, 400 things. Okay, let's make a save here. Because it's been a while. I guess we go new. Revert after 819. Let's see what's going on. How are we losing 400 destroyed things? This corner gets so shafted. I don't think it's the revenge attacks from the nuclear strikes anymore. I don't think they have points left at this point. Did I switch it on? I did. Okay, I want to speed up the game, if I can, until the Rampant AI starts spending some points. I think I switched on the wrong setting, it shouldn't take that long. Point gains, yeah, point spending, we should do point spending. Right, there we go. Okay, they still have points left. They had 43,000 points to spend. They build up to about 43,000 points when you go all out with nukes. And after that, the score doesn't increase or the points get spent immediately. I don't know which one it is. It might be that they get spent immediately. But this means until this reaches like to near zero, we are getting more attacks than usual. So if we have a chance to survive this still. Line of lasers missing on the wall. Here it's obvious for why. I don't know if you mean over here or not, but it shouldn't be the case if we just paste this back, unless my entire blueprint is flawed. Right, let's continue. We have some iron to smelt. Now we can ignore. We're gonna put it in here, I think. Okay, that is connected anyway. There's the peaceful Glabber music again. Here we need to just draw ourselves. And then we had 2 red ones. It's nice if you already did it once. The second time is a lot easier. Try to get that iron out of there. The iron is starting to come. It is connected now. It's all moduled up as well. This should be good for a very long time. It's like 100k ore under the weakest miner. So that is gonna stay good for a while. I still did the thing with the pumps, probably. Yeah, I did the thing with the pumps. Weird. How did I do this thing with the pumps? If I just made a blueprint. Okay, all the flamethrowers have fuel. This needs to reverse. Okay, not all of the belts are facing the right way. I guess we'll leave it like that. How did this get damaged? I bet it was just broken walls which got placed there from scratch. Let's delete that. Okay, we need to basically go straight. We have enough belts still, so let's just keep going. Building like in the old days from the spider. Okay. Just reclaim a little bit of stuff. That was not good. I think that is the only thing that connects this. Right? It, in fact, is not connected to anything. It is not connected to anything, right? Alright, then we got, I guess, one iron. This can all go away. This can all go away. Basically just need to hook this in here. Let's just mine out this tiny bit. Okay. That should be good. But this can all be downgraded, really. Iron is coming. This train will never stop. Okay. Wall is built. Not a lot of things are getting destroyed at the moment. This looks like a... Look at the corpses on the ground here, man. I cannot even see the ground. What the... This is insane. I can deconstruct landfill on the other side of the lake. That is how many biters are dying right here. That's absolutely insane. I hope that means they spent all of their stuff. Alright, let's try and upgrade. Broke uranium belt. Can see it. Maybe temporarily. There is an ammo shortage on the belt, yes. You saw that very well. That is the exact reason why we are doing this, because our iron income looked like this before. Now it's going to be full belts again. Yeah, this is just temporary stuff. Okay, we can basically got 2 red belts incoming from there, and 2 belts from here. So yeah, we should just be able to to make a 4x4 splitter right here. Not like that. Over here, I suppose. And then we'll upgrade that. That should be 4 red belts, really. Yeah, we got 2 belts coming in from here, not quite. I guess we could try to like merge this as well, but I haven't taken the time yet. And then we just need a lot of red belts. This is all covered in the base. It kind of is. We can let the bots do that. So we're gonna want 4 belts coming in. I think we're just gonna try and flip it down here. Okay, this power line is not crucial. Okay, let's just do this. And the base bots will bring over the rest. The iron is still flowing. I do have a couple belts. Not too many though. This is located kind of wrong. And get a lot of copper ore in my inventory. How did that underground? Did it go like under a spider leg or something? Okay, the furnaces have arrived. Looks like I have the modules. Okay, the iron is arriving. What looked like this, now it's gonna look like this. That's good. 45 things. We are missing modules, basically. Are we though? I think we still are missing modules. I think we're gonna use more efficiencies. So let's just let the bots fill this once. This, I don't know if this can stay, theoretically. Alright, so now we also need 4 red belts of iron going out. We're gonna go pick up some red belts in the base. Things do seem to have quieted down. At least a little. Okay. Let's delete some stuff at least. I can grab back my inventory perhaps instead of this. Switch on this so I get back some supplies. I've got 157 coins. I think I'm just gonna drop a full stack of coins in the spaceship because we've got so many power-ups it starts to be a little bit much to carry it around all the time. Red belts. Red undergrounds. Red splitters. I don't think we do have red splitters. Something like that. What are the coins? The coins are Rampant's power-ups. It gives you, very importantly... oh, look at that. It's full-ish. It's not entirely full. But that's a lot better than it was. It gives you 5 minutes of infinite ammo. And that includes nukes. So, we have been clearing a lot of that. Just with nukes. I guess we'll just... manually start doing this. Do we min-max? No, we don't. Okay, this is not going to work anymore for the repair packs. So I guess the copper works. The iron just needs to move down here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. I still do not have red belts on my hotbar. It's one of those playthroughs. Alright. And then 3 and 4 should be here. And all of that should be red, 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 red. I think there's one yellow bell there, okay. I suppose... to even that out... do we have our splitter right here? I think we have our splitter right here. The balancer. Okay, it does seem like this belt needs to move. This doesn't fit. Not quite. Okay, I was already thinking that. Don't really have capacity to carry a lot of stuff at the moment. Alright, so this steel smelting facility will remain the same. Okay, that means I should have... there's not a complete splitter anyway. We need to make the splitter here. After it splits off for steel. So we can input priority from the belts that do not deviate to steel, while the belt that can go to steel will prefer to output straight. So when we need the iron, we have the iron. And can we build 2 belts on top of this all the way to the base? It looks like we can. It's probably easiest done by hand. Fine. Oh, we're gonna have such a nice production after this. And if this doesn't solve my ammo problem, then I'm gonna throw in the towel. Okay. This is basically another 4x4 splitter, which we already have. So I think this is just going to terminate. Okay, this I should just do with the bolts, just force that on top. Okay, we have an upgrade planner, I think. Yeah, that does red belts. I have no idea what this giant mess here is. Let's just get rid of everything. We got 3 belts that go straight. Let's do this then. Then this belt feeds green chips and the chests, and the other 3 belts go straight. Let's do paste the wall once more. There's only 9 things getting destroyed at the moment. Somehow. Let me evict these modules. That should cause the bots to fill in those. Yeah, okay, those go. A upgrader. Let's get rid of the steel chests. I want slow steel gathering, I suppose. Okay, this actually is full. Okay, steel is doing pretty good then. Oh, it's that time again. They start to siege the walls again. They should move underground when they get hit by artillery and go for the base. Okay, there they go. Those bases are exactly out of range. Let's just throw one of those shells on every group we spot. Close to the wall. I think that one is already gone. So now they're not in attack mode, they're in siege mode, which explains the minimal losses we have. That's what the artillery is for. That is how it's supposed to work. A base settles 2 shots and it gets destroyed. Not 130 shots and it doesn't get destroyed because it heals in the meantime. That is how it was supposed to work. I'm glad it sometimes works at least. As long as it's not a Juggernaut faction, it should work. This is pollution based, I think. No attacks here just yet. 0 damage on here. Okay, let's try to maximize this. This should be producing all the time, ideally. Is production already going up? Production already is going up. We are close to 420 max already. 420 is the maximum production. That's like half a belt of ammo. If that's not going to be enough, then I don't know what to do anymore. Alright, so let's simplify things here as well. This, I'd want to upgrade this as well. This is the belt of iron that goes into the base. And to the mall. I don't believe we've got enough iron to, yeah, satisfy everything. Alright. Probably should also upgrade this over here. Yeah, this eats 12 copper. It eats only 12 copper. But it goes both ways, so... Don't know exactly what I'm doing. I just upgrade some parts. I think we can also just stop reading this altogether. We'll send that belt in, then this belt can go down and aid with ammo production. Maybe. We already have requested chest, requesting iron here. Where does this water even go? It does seem to go somewhere where it's needed. This is not necessary though. Who built that rocket silo here? Can we go here? No. No, there's no way. Well, there is a way. We need to delete the light. Guess that will work. Kind of. That's not doing anything then. That's not doing anything, so we can just do this. Right then. Fine. All of these are busy. All of these are busy. Magazine production. Give me the good news. 420 reds a minute and well over 420 yellows a minute, which means we are filling up this chest already. We will be filling up this chest, I suppose. And this is the maximum rate of production I can do. That's basically it. If this is not enough, I don't know what to do anymore. This takes 36 iron a second to produce just the yellow magazines. And it takes like 3.5 steel per second to do the red magazines. Alright, so we should be producing... We can unleash the green circuits chests again, I feel. And see if everything holds up, and then we should be able to start producing blue chips again with the new iron. And maybe we'll make some Mark III speed modules eventually to speed this up. Not sure if it's gonna be worth it, or if the inserters will be able to keep up. I think the inserters will be able to keep up. I got bulk inserters, so we shouldn't really worry about that. How's it going here? This looks beautiful. How's pollution actually? Okay, pollution is okay. As long as it doesn't go off the map, we should be fine. How is the pollution in the north? It's still a fair distance away, but we probably need to do some pollution management at some point. It's not this point though. Okay, we again have juggernauts in range. So I think it's time to clean the walls with nukes again. But that is I think this is a good save point. Holy moly. 4 red belts of iron. If this not enough, then end career. That's basically how it's gonna go. There's a single yellow iron belt at the mall. It's gonna be annoying to find. I see it is moving. Yeah, okay, it is here. It is moving at yellow belt speed, so that was visible. Alright, yeah, this is starved. Hopefully that gets unstarved right now. We'll see if the 2 belts of copper are enough now. That will probably be the next bottleneck. Alright, so we got 4 belts of iron coming in from here. Not quite 4 belts from this other one, which is already starting to run out. We shouldn't waste too much time though. Because there's the enemies at the wall. We'll come back to this save. Just quickly look what's going on. So if this iron won't do, then I don't know what will. We have even protected it against potential underground attacks. At some point I will hand wire this to be continuous. I can just copy paste this, right? If it's a little bit smaller, that should add the wires. Yeah, it adds the wires. Okay, that's good. We can do it like this then. Yeah, they are in settle mood. They're sieging mood even. They're sieging at the walls. Sieging just basically means settle right at the walls. And try to spawn those annoying worms within range to continuously destroy your turrets. That's the reason we got the artillery. Okay, the biters are slowly taking over this area again as well, but that's fine. Question is, do we try to keep things calm while resources stock up again, or do we just go for it? I guess the title of the stream is All In, so I think we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, the in-game timer, I put it to red because I didn't want it to be obnoxious on the screen, but it was a mistake. I should have kept it in white. Almost 1000 days. I can make another clickbaitable thumbnail with this if we get to 1000 days. I think it is time then to start clearing out the rest of the map, I suppose. Let us see all the chunks that exist. Nothing exists over here, only in this area. This is already world beast. But this, of course, all does exist. Kinda wanna look. Yeah, attacks are just being gathered from so far away. I wanna grab my book of weird measurements and see how far out the map has been generated. It looks like about 1 chunk under where I put this line. So these are the very resistant bases, these juggernauts, the grey ones and then the red ones. Those are very nuke resistant. The rest is not so bad. These dark red ones. Here it's all squishy-ish. Actually, there's not a lot of juggernauts though. The other ones are not that bad compared to the juggernauts. Alright, so I think this is a decent line to keep. These chunks exist, but that's fine. The map doesn't need to be a perfect rectangle, it's not gonna happen. We just need to make sure that there is no more map at the end of the world, and then all will be fine. The nuke scars are kind of a problem. No, they're not. We're making a nice we're making Vulcan at home with the nuke scars. This is like continuous nuke scar. Looks quite nice actually, I like how it looks. It's a lot of work though to make the map look like this completely, so we're probably not gonna do that. But we might make a thematic area or two. I think we've got another one somewhere over here. There should be some coal tip somewhere. Over here. Where we did kind of the same. Alright, let's stop the blabbering and start the blobbering of biters. Let's first go... I guess we'll just go to... We'll just start at the edge. We don't really care about one or two more or less artillery shells, I suppose, at this point. While we ride... Let's take this opportunity. Claim whatever the landfill is there. Alright. And then we'll get out. Stop this. Don't place the spider on the tank belt. We're probably gonna end up on that side, so let's send the spider that way. Over here or something. It is nuke time. The timer is at 95.50. There's gonna be we're gonna nuke for a while, I suppose. Because we're all in. I'm all in. Let's go 70 min of nuking. And we need to consume 14 of our precious 157 coins. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the biters nukes. 8, 9, 10. Yes, the biters have nukes. 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, now we can nuke until our 97. We'll save here. Let's put 2 nukes in the launcher. We'll change the armor for the running armor, and which has a couple of shields and 1 laser defense. Mostly for detection purposes, because we can be pretty zoomed out. And yeah, let's start. The rest of the stream is probably gonna look like this. A lot. Hopefully I won't die too much. Okay, so these nukes are stronger because we have the power-up coin. The nukes do extra damage because of that. So these will look a lot stronger than the ones which are used in the spider later on. I didn't know that at first, and I thought nukes were just, you know, as OP as they always were. And then when I did the tests with a spider, that was a cold shower. Okay, so now the biters are just gonna rack up those points again. I don't want to clear the entire southern edge just yet, because this peninsula is disconnected from the rest of the map. So that will just force even more attacks on a even more limited area of the base. Those blue biters are very dangerous because they have a hit scan attack. They don't do too much damage individually, but a large group of them can just zap your health away in no time. At least you can see the nuclear bite as well when it's night time. Really sure I should be going down here. I probably want to go back up. Even with the stronger nukes, they still survive a blast. Alright. Face the wall. I should look actually what is the ammo count we are starting at, and we should also look if ammo production actually keeps up. Ammo is connected here. And the amount of ammo on the belt is 17k. It was like 22k at the start of the stream. But of course we did put some ammo onto this belt, which is not counted. The flamethrowers still don't have liquid here, so we probably should fix that as well. This is disconnected. Is that the only one? No. Is it every chunk? Man, this is what happens when the blueprints get built, you know, modularly. So 2 underground pipes are missing there. For the rest, it's fine. 17k ammo. Magazine production hopefully will stay constant now at 420 until everything is filled up. We consumed 14 coins, that's good to know. Let's check the kill count over the last hour. Yeah, this was insane. That is by far the largest amount of walls lost during the entire playthrough so far in this last 1.5 hour or so. The trend is clear. The trend is clear. If that keeps on, I thought it would flatten out, man. We're at 99% evolution basically. How much harder can it get? It shouldn't be able to get any harder than this. I hope nothing strange happens at 99% evolution. That would be a fun Easter egg. Biters have already got a lot of OP abilities. Okay, let's fix those 2 pipes. One, 2, and the decorative one, very important. We're gonna get some heavy attacks now, I suppose, because I am not trying to catch any of the revenge attacks. I guess that's a good test. It's probably not the responsible thing to do. I still have my distraction turret, so Ooh, there's nuclear biters. I'm walking behind enemy lines here. That's probably not the best plan. Nuclear biters have gone underground, which is good for me. This cliff needs some more holes, I cannot pass. I finally got at least a little bit of a feel of what type of biters and what type of worms are very dangerous to the player and which ones I can safely ignore a little bit. Okay, so far the revenge attacks are not too bad yet. So where are we going? We have done a pass off the line. Let's see if new biters are settling still. A little bit, yes, but... I think we'll fire some artillery rounds at those. Hopefully... there's nothing. It should make the settlers group go underground again. Let's look if it happens on these two guys. And if they go underground, they cannot settle bases like this. Okay, these are in fact not going underground, neither are these. That's bad news. Some of them don't react to any type of attack. As I say that, they betray me and they react to any type of attack. If these are settlers, they should still be able to form nests when they are walking sometimes. Let's see if I can see that happening. Yeah, there we go. That guy just turned into a nest. It was a part of the expansion group, and the settler function doesn't go away when they decide to attack, and they can just turn into a nest or a worm at any time. That is really... weird. I would rather they go underground like this. That is the behavior I want to see. Okay, let's continue. Underground attacks coming, and I'm standing in front of the base. A lot could have gone wrong there. Let's do the nuclear shield wall. So we try to fire a nuke slightly further than the last one for a bit. Works great in a straight line. It works less great when the biters are coming from the side. I guess we're gonna take it a little bit more slow. Oh, these guys are dangerous as well. With these zappers. Right, a chance they went underground. That means we can go in for a deep nuke. It's getting a bit hot in here. Question is, which... are these nuclear? No. Where do I go from here? You know what, let's use the distraction turrets. Yeah, oh, those are all juggernauts. That was a great shot. I guess it doesn't really matter. We need to clear out all the biters within pretty large territory. So I guess we'll just keep grinding away at the front. Maybe we'll just go past the entire front. I think in general it's a good idea though to stick around a bit and deal with some of the underground attacks. So they don't all hit the base, especially the corner of the base over there. This is pretty grindy. Yeah, biters enraged. They're enraged all the time. Ow. Thanks, hey Johnny. Thanks for the 28 months already, man. Holy moly. Time flies. Yeah, those zappers, they can really like instantly delete your health bar. My shield is not I'm on fire, okay. My shield is getting damaged at an equal rate. Alright, let's see how it's with the underground attacks. There's still a lot above ground attacks, so probably want to shoot some more nukes straight away. Yeah, here's a lot of undergrounds. Yeah, so we'll draw out some of them, not all. It's fairly dangerous because if they are zappers, they can insta-zap you to death. If it doesn't take them long enough to spawn. Like that, they were instant. Right, I see a 78 and a 62. Yikes! That was way too close. I haven't saved in a while. I shouldn't be taking that big of a risk. Sometimes they don't need a turret to surface. The player proximity will do just fine. Okay, one more. And I think we'll call it good. We'll let the rest slam into the base. Let's do a save. And have a quick look. We need to clear this entire area still. And then we just basically need to draw this line down. It's not too much down here in the south. As long... Let's just go stand in a safe place perhaps. As long as they don't settle like they are doing right now again. Like right at the edge of my artillery range. Or yeah, beyond. Then we don't need to return here, but looks like we do need to return here. They are still in siege mode. Until they get out of siege mode, we need to basically keep sweeping clean this area. Look at all the underground attacks coming in. Alright. We can maybe draw out one or two more on the way. On the way out. There's 52 over here. It's also not... Ignore the above ground attacks perhaps. 87, that's probably worth it. They would do more than one gun turret of damage at the walls for sure. Oh, we got a new nest there. I even didn't see that. Don't think we can really get past right here, but we can maybe start working on clearing the way a bit. So let's go back to swipe the area where they are settling the heck out of my walls again. I gotta be careful to not get sniped by my own artillery. That would be very bad. It's a long wall, man. This is getting artillery, so let's bring a stop to that. Why artillery when you can just do the same work with one free nuke? Only 51 coins? No, I stuffed 100 coins in the spaceship because It was taking up my real estate in the inventory. So we got 151 coins remaining, and I 8 coins for 1 whole hour. Alright. Underground attacks are going everywhere. We are going to the right. Alright, I don't really want to trigger too much here right now. I'll just leave all these guys be. Except maybe these juggernauts. If there are no juggernaut bases, they cannot really send juggernaut attacks to the base. It's not going bad. Only 70 things are getting destroyed at this very moment. Let's see if we can stop that. Kind of. Yeah, I guess we keep grinding away from this area onward. Getting surrounded by those blue guys is a bad idea. Just wanted to showcase that, but I showcased that a little bit too much, perhaps. It really goes quite fast. All the biters that spawn are basically max level now. At 98% evolution. So 108 biters. And 57. Yeah, like that. So they basically spawned right on top of me there because I placed the gun turret. So that can happen. Especially when they do the zappy attack. That can kill you instantly. So it's not without danger to throw out those underground attacks with the gun turrets. In a hardcore run, that would be a very ill-advised strategy. Holy smokes, that is a lot of biters. Yes, we don't sustain too much damage though. The straight walls are fairly decently protected with the wall we've got. It is the corners that are the weak points. Still, even though we've put them on the water, the corners are still the weak points. Now this is not much of a water, but you know, we don't have all the choosings. What are these guys doing again? It's cheating. You cannot walk on water like that. I guess respawning is also cheating. Can't wait for the Bob Ross finally. Where am I even? Okay, we saved here. Okay, that's good. That's not too far ago. We were leaving these guys alone, I believe. Oh yeah, except these guys. There's a cliff there. The real enemy is cliffs. Especially north-facing cliffs. They are so difficult to see. A Holy Tree of Wisdom in the base. The Trees of Wisdom don't have a big chance of surviving in this playthrough. There's a little bit too many nukes going off here and there. Oh, here we got the 100 group again. Are we gonna be surprised again? We might. They don't always spawn exactly where the number says they are. That's the problem a little. Okay, I think that 100 group is just gonna have to slam into the base. There's no way I can get any turret placed like this. Those nuclear biters got a speed boost again. Okay, we got him. Mostly. We'll take that as a victory and move on. Nukes is cliff explosives. Yes, they're cheaper. They're cheaper cliff explosives even. Thanks to Rampant's power-ups. Okay, we still have 53 minutes worth of nukes remaining. Still see new bases expanding. Let's prioritize those a bit. Okay, we shouldn't. I probably should make more markers on the map here. We're gonna leave this alone a bit. Yeah, we've already pushed this back almost far enough. We're still in siege mode, it seems. Or at least some sort of settler mood. Plenty of expansions being made. Guess we wanna try to push out to... we cannot go there. We want to try to push out towards the east side. Okay, do we stick around a bit? And try to thin out the attacks on the weak corner of the base? Nice. I think we'll head out of here. Let's go up. Why aren't you using your decaps? I don't know what decaps are. Maybe I'm too old. Even here we're getting these settler parties. Ah, no, wait, we are in our... in the territory that we had cleaned. We need to move the scorch... Okay, let's not do that right now. We'll do that at the end. The enemy is settling in my nicely cleared area anyway. So we'll need to remove all that biter creep with nukes. At some point anyway. These are for sure the zapper kind. This probably won't do anything. It's too far. Yeah, this is a dangerous place to walk into. Yeah, let's not go there. I think these were zappers. Ah, they weren't. Okay. I'm getting a little bit sandwiched. Yeah, these guys just... That was my perfectly cleared area already. Nicely done. But not anymore. Yeah, well, we will have to postpone the painting until we have truly kind of eliminated the biters a bit better here. Because it doesn't help when they keep settling back. Okay, I don't think I'm behind enemy lines. But I wouldn't call this ideal. Okay, we'll slow down as well. That is very bad. Not too many dangerous biters on my tail. Alright. Enough risk taken. We're gonna go in deep. So let's save. Was worth it to get a deep strike there. Okay, that was a little bit sketchy. And my way out is blocked completely. So if we can go out, we'll go in. We can always follow the... not really. I'm gonna get blocked. Especially with those random nuclear biters getting a speed boost. There's a way out if no of those underground biters surface on me. Whew. Okay, we got out of there. Before we'll deal with the underground biters, let's first make some more. Cliff. Cliffs are gonna end me. Okay, new territory lies behind there. Yikes, I didn't see the black biters on these scorch marks. Who would have thought? Again, settling a new base right on my previously wiped clean from biter creep area. Can't stand it. Alright, I'm kind of curious. We've been going full out nuking now for at least a little while. How is the base holding up? How is production holding up? How many losses are we suffering? Those kind of questions. Okay, we'll have a look at that. First we'll just move ourselves over to a safe location so we can just look at what's going on. In general, at the moment, there is not much getting struck. Are we artillerying? Don't think so. There are some bases trying to settle close by, but not too many. Okay, magazine production is stable at 420 a minute. That is great to see. Consumption is going down somehow. It was way up there. 250 an hour. Making 420. Let's see if the belt is getting populated. It was 17k. 21k. Heck yeah. It's working. We're gonna get there. The inside of the belt is already kind of backed up. Probably not completely. But in general, that's looking good. How's it going here? 0 kills on these turrets. 0 kills on all these turrets, so no underground attack yet. So I suppose it's good. I don't know where these guys are going, but don't even think they know themselves. Alright, carry on then. We're gonna deal with some of these underground attacks that are coming in here, because that's a lot of them. All of these dots are big underground attacks coming in. So we are gonna prevent that from hitting the wall, because those spawn in range of the gun turrets. That's one of the reasons. So we would rather spend 1 empty gun turret per large group of biters than lose a lot at the walls. With a little bit of luck, sometimes we can draw out 2 groups at the same time. We don't need to draw all the groups, but especially it would be nice to get the bigger ones. So many groups here. They all seem to converge on like some sort of parting main part here. I'm trying to spot the bigger numbers, but the bigger numbers spot me first. These are all fairly small, I think. Oh, we got an 82 here. Yikes! 3 groups for 1 gun turret, I'll take it, as long as they don't zap me. I guess we'll let the rest smash into the walls. That is a decent cleanup. Alright. Let's save the cleanup. How's pollution holding up? Well, pollution is... on the north side it was the same still. Like, it's 15-ish chunks away from the edge of the map, which is okay for now. On the south side, of course, it gets blocked by biter bases. I can take more risk now because I just saved. Let's get that one. Okay, got it. It is a tiny peninsula. We might be able to just force our way through here. With a little bit of tactical nuking. Got stuck. If it goes wrong once, it's over. And the cycle is broken. Okay, good juicy shot there. Okay, I guess we'll get out of here now. roast all of those. Wait, I was looking at the left side of the screen still. I almost ran into a nest full of nuclear biters right there. Could have ended not very pretty. Alright, I think we are about to see markers on the map. If you zoom out enough. Everything is close by if you just zoom out enough. Alright, let's just shave off another layer of biter bases, I suppose. Yeah, plenty of revenge attacks are on the way to at least somewhere. Not all of them are going to the base, so I guess that's okay. Yikes. I really don't want to be doing this too much unless I save beforehand, because this is just like, this is Russian roulette basically. So let's do just that. There's some big groups here. Can even see if those are live biters or dead ones. Let's shoot a nuke just to be sure. We might be able to speed this up more if we use landfill more to make bridges on the water and whatnot. So I guess it gets a lot easier if you can be on the water all the time. Too many underground biters to risk walking through there a lot. Let's go around, I guess. There's not a lot going on up here. All right. Is it going? Slowly. I kinda think I just want to ignore most of the biters. and focus on taking out nests and see how that works out. Although that's a lot of biters above ground and underground to just let slam into the base. Not sure they all are going to the base though. Maybe they're not going to the base. If I just walk out here, will they follow me or what? Looks like some of them are on my tail. I don't know if they just change attack target at some point or just disband. Maybe they just disband and they're not gonna attack the base anyway. I have no idea actually. There is nothing getting destroyed at the base. One entity is under attack. What's going on? This is perfect. Yeah, I do want to stay out here then. Okay, it looks like I want to keep doing what I'm doing because the base is doing very well. Or we're getting settled on again. Ah, not at the moment. We are not shooting artillery shells. There's so many underground parties. Okay, we'll just let them converge on some path again. Let's go up here and make some more headway. Headway. No, we're not making a lot of progress. Still many above ground biters there as well. That was a high risk, low reward shot. You gotta love it. Those are the best ones, where you aim slightly angled in front of yourself. Alright, we're getting sandwiched now. Looks like a lot of the attacks are in fact coming from me. Let's look at the parts of the underground biters here. This is crazy. I want to see the edge. I want to see the edge. Come on, man. 4.3 million kills. I still cannot see the edge of the biters. Until where I need to kill them. Okay, I see the markers. We see the markers on the map. There they are. That is how far we need to go. It is inside. Let's shoot a nuke like right on the edge there then. And then get out before we get surrounded. It looks like we're far enough out to get those super speedy biters, to some degree at least. Yeah, like those guys. That is extremely scary. Holy smokes. I don't think I saw him get that fast before. 602, that's probably two different groups. Don't do that. I caught 3 of them though. Kind of worth it. Are these guys just surfacing or what is going on there? Let's go there. We'll get them from behind. Oh, nice shots. He might be a Limburger. How do you get that idea? Can get another nice frontline shot in, hopefully without getting blown up by a nuclear biter. It's been a while since we heard the oil alarm. Okay, a lot of attacks are going, in fact, towards the base there. So we'll see how that turns out. One more shot, come on. I cannot. Probably should make a bridge there, that would make sense. Okay. Can somebody solve that problem already? Right. They've settled up onto the walls again. I cannot keep on waiting. Oh, we have an easy shot from the other side of the lake here. It's a little bit dangerous to not look up. $4.4 million is crazy. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, I lost my nukes. Sometimes it happens when you go into map view. Then the game does spend your nukes while it shouldn't, but it's okay. We're not really too worried about the loss of 2 nukes at this point. It's getting hard to make progress. All these like bottlenecky front lines everywhere. We can try to go up again. It does help to put the rockets out and in of your launcher again. That usually resets the potential coin problem, so I tend to do that after I go in and out of map view. So if you don't see me shooting at some point where I really should be shooting, that is often what I'm doing at the time. Okay, don't get super speed now, nuclear biters. Okay, that's good. Oh man, that's a mass of biters there. Okay, this is a peninsula, looks like. Maybe not. I'm going in too deep. It's been too long since I saved. Let's not do that. We were going north. Didn't I say we were going north? Did we already get turned around there? I don't think we did. Base is doing well. 12 things are getting destroyed. I don't think I have a reason to not go until the edge of the map here. There are no bridges on this side which I need to protect, and I think this is kind of ideal for the amount of water there is. As long as I don't pass the chunk, we should be fine. So we get another layer of super speed biters there. That's a sign to retreat. They'll catch up if they want. Is that just weird parting going on? Why are those guys going that way? I do have a reason to stay away from the chunk border on the north side, but it doesn't really seem like we are getting that close yet. Ooh, cliff. Cliff and nuclear biters is a very bad combination. Let's blow up that cliff. And this cliff. I can only get like a handful of shots in here. Then I'm blocked by either biters or mostly biters. Can we build a bridge here? Doesn't really make sense. Okay, so where do we go from here? I guess it's kind of good that they have settled back this area, so the revenge attacks can happen over a larger surface. As long as I'm not spending obscene amounts of shells, we don't need to go sweep the biters. Let's just... Okay, that guy exploded from far away. That was good. I guess I didn't do anything illegal, we can continue. Are we gonna go... Where are we gonna go then? We are actually not too far away from the north side. We have a lot of work to do on the south side here. I think we want to build a bridge over here, perhaps. Where is that? It is just going down right here. Where did those guys come from? Heck. I'm gonna play some more roulette here. Okay, nobody fell for that one. It's great when two or more groups emerge at the same time, especially if they don't move after, so I can nuke them out of existence. We got some actual biters coming in, Some of those will move on the ground as well. I think that's enough roulette. Let the rest smash into the walls. It's not that many anymore. I was gonna build a bridge there, I forgot about it. We can maybe build one here to the left as well, and then one down there. Then we'll have a nice path to go around. We can let the pot stand. This seems like a fun peninsula to start. The traverse. Right, bridges are built. Is it possible to agricultural tower trees or nuke tiles? I have no idea actually, but in this game it's not because it's not space age. Just I'm curious how many kills we've got like per unit of time. So we got I just saved, right? Yeah, I just saved. Okay, so we can do this. Let's go in map view so we can see the numbers. So we've got 4,413,000 kills. Divided by, I guess, 96.6 hours or something. So we have about 46k kills per hour, which means that is well over 10 biters per second. We're at 12.7 biters per second average over the entire 100-hour game so far. We have killed every single second 12 biters. That is crazy. So how much longer to 10 million? Yeah, still a long time though. I cannot get more detail on that. Alright, enough with the fun. Let's go back to the other type of fun. I don't think we can stick around here at the moment. We can potentially stay on the coast. I think we can ignore these guys. Kind of. But these guys though, those have big bada boom explosions. Maybe we can... Okay, there's too many underground attacks again. So I think we just gotta get out of here. All the revenge attacks seem to be coming from me. I don't want to be going towards my base then. I want to be going 180. That is the highest number I saw. A group of 180 underground biters. Let's see how they look. Oh. That's a big group. It was a big group. Another 180 kills added to the kill count, I suppose. Stop settling nests all the time. How am I supposed to clear the map? Like this. Just don't cross the line and I'll be fine. There's nuclear biters coming from there. Let's blow the cliff. So it's going to be easier to pass. I guess it's going to be hardest to get into the corners. There's some good damage though. I cannot see if they are nuclear biters or regular explosive ones. There's only one way to find out, and I don't want to do it. I think they were regular ones. It's already getting night. The nuclear biters glow in the night. It's easier to tell them apart. When it's nighttime, okay, I see biters do that, I leave. Yeah, these are all like parting diagonally upwards towards me, I presume. Okay, we're gonna go in for another deep strike. We'll go up a number for no reason. Okay, this peninsula is clean. It's kinda hard to see where everything is though, especially when such a battlefield of nuclear scars and dead biter bodies and potential cliffs and worms, and I have no idea what's here, especially with some of the biter colors are pretty hard to spot. The marked chunks are the last ones I can enter, I think. I think that is how I set it up. Oh, finally we're getting some attacks on the base again. And we probably should be... Did I get attacked? Might have gotten attacked by a single biter, and the lone laser defense on my armor might have saved me there. We haven't been gathering landfill for a while. Already cannot stay. Nuclear biters in the way. And some very fast ones again. Okay, we can make some progress on this front now, it seems. However, that cliff needs a hole now. Oh man, this is pretty brutal to try and get in there. We go just all the way around the lake. Maybe I should make a bridge. Make a bridge to that chunk over there. We need to hurry up a bit with that. Some of those biters have great range. Okay, I thought I was in range still. This is a little bit too cheesy, right? I mean, these underground attacks are all converging on me, so maybe we're all right. Alright, now we have a shortcut. And we can work on this part of the northern front as well. A little at least. Let's try to get those laser biters. Ah, I missed the second nuke. Stay high, stay high, stay high. Go down, go. Okay, we're dead. We got slowed. And I was looking for the fish, I couldn't find it, but I don't think the fish could have saved me there either. Getting slowed with nuclear biters on your tail is pretty much game over. Alright. Not safe, let's loot. We just made the bridge. Okay, we didn't lose a lot of progress then. Guess we're going in from the other side this time. Doesn't look to be better. Yikes! Yeah, right. Forgot about the blue guys. The blue guys. So... not very powerful in the early game, but man, they can really surprise you. Don't tell me we need another bridge. Probably should eat some fish. I got the shields up again, but this will not regenerate if I keep shooting nukes. We got some groups coming in from here now. Okay, so those just emerged for no reason, so maybe they don't just stay underground all the time. Okay, it's good they didn't target me. Ooh, cliff. I'm gonna play roulette again, it seems, so let's at least save the progress. Okay, some actual real biters are coming from up there. Let's put a shield wall. Nobody? No takers? No? Okay. Last minute. Too far. It doesn't look too bad anymore what's coming out of there. I guess we'll go back up for the next line of biters. I feel a lot of guys here. The excessive saving times have begun again. Cliff and nuclear biters in one strike. Nice. Probably a little bit of cliff left. It's gonna cause a lot of crazy amount of revenge attacks. Let's try to ignore them. We'll try going over to the other side. Guess we're skipping the bridge we made. There's underground biters on my bridge. I don't know how that physically works. They're under my bridge, I suppose. We're getting some good shots in there. Oh, this is a bad idea. Why did I go this way? This way is no longer safe. It is riddled with biter expansions, and especially these dark red guys have the worms with ballistics. So the cursed fire is really hard to dodge. It does seem like we're getting away with it. And those expansions haven't been they have been doing a lot of work. There's still a whole bunch of undergrounds here. So we're going down again. But running the nuclear explosion is funny. Expansion. Oh no, they don't let us get in there. We'll just grind away at the front. Yikes, that was a little bit close. Okay, they went underground. That means we can get to go back in. For one shot, apparently. Okay, so what is the best strategy to just clear them out as fast as possible? Just like bouncing between the north and south. That gives them time to clear out a bit. We're sure getting a lot of underground attacks on the north side now as well, which is, I suppose is fine. Man, those bases have been growing to large proportions again. We must be using artillery shells, I don't know. It's actually not too bad. Oh, it's actually pretty good. How many shells do we have in stock anyway? Up to 500 again. Magazine production is flatlining at 420 a minute. That is great. $29k on the belt. The belt is filling up. 2k laser turrets back in stock, so that's great as well. I think then what we can delete this copy of the wall blueprint. And just get the full thing back on there with all the laser turrets everywhere. It's gonna place a bunch of laser turrets back here, but we've got enough now. So that will make it so that I can also place back the laser turrets again with the remote blueprint. Still haven't answered my question. I think, yeah, the best is just to keep grinding away at the front. We'll ignore the biters, I suppose. The defenses are doing great. And the economy is doing great. Yeah, I guess on the north side I do want to stay like 2 chunks away or so from where the markers are. The nuclear biters don't like those bots. Oh. The cliffs are the real enemies, man. Okay, there is the markers. They are not exactly on a chunk or something. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful to how to interpret that. So now we kind of ignore the biters then and just go the other side. And not those guys though, those are settling. Yeah, I don't think we can go there just yet. What a grind this is, man. It's starting to get a little bit old, I must admit. Something, something, cliff, something, cliff, something, something. Oh, we're at the right edge again. Guess there's not too much left then. Alright, we probably want to paste the blueprint. Right, back to the south. We'll also lead. At least this is the short end of the base. We don't need to go left, right, left, right. We just go north, south, north, south. Could always be worse. Oh no. round for the bridge and leave a nuke behind. I guess we can go here. I want to get a good shot in at those juggernauts. I think I can sneak my way past here. We're here now. I think we'll do a clean sweep. Maybe not the best moment. I'll swipe the walls. We are so slowed. I think we're gonna survive though. Zappity zap. I'm ready for the next challenge, man. It looks like. Again. That is such a strong slowing effect. Okay, let's not go for an entire wall sweep. There are no problems, so I probably should not do that. Yeah, there is no artillery shells being fired. Let's try to keep making progress. On the fronts where we need to make progress. Sea of fire chasing me. Escape. I don't know how much battery power I have left for today. Hey, cliff. Okay, I spent the nukes. I should not be spending those. Those are mine. Right? Or is the hour finished? Oh, the hour is finished. No, I actually ran out of coins. So my infinite nukes are finished. I just thought it would be funny to wake you up. Alright. We haven't been live for that long. How's my battery so low already? Let's check how it's going. So yeah, this area has been resettled, but in general, resettled area, unless it's like left alone for like 10 hours or so, is fairly easy to clear out again. Just a well-placed nuke in the middle of each big expansion usually does the job, unless they're really like the type of biters that is very nuke resistant. We are pretty close to the edge here. This corner is almost clear. This corner still needs some work, so I guess we need to focus on the southern corner and only go north when we cannot make progress for a while. So I guess let's consume another half hour of coins. 6 coins, we have 82 already. That is 182 actually. Because we left 100 in the spaceship. So that's how many minutes? 900 minutes of infinite nukes. We're up to 900 minutes of infinite nukes. Or in other words, 15 hours, right? We have infinite nukes for 15 hours. It's getting a little bit dangerous. Okay, I think I will go up for a quick visit there. Hopefully these biters will chase me for the most part and not go towards the base. I think we're not too far away from the end of the challenge though. We're gonna do it. I'm pretty sure now. Now that we got the iron, we got the stone. I think we are gonna do it. The concept has been proven. We just need to do the last little bits of it. That nuke didn't do anything. These guys are already coming out before I get a shot in at the nest, so that's unfortunate. But we get some good ones over here. Those guys are having a spastic attack again. We'll just go back south, I suppose. The south is the real problem. I'm gonna make frequent saves now. I do not want to do over large sections. I'm gonna be taking a lot of risk. Like this is a very dumb idea. But we get away with it. Sometimes. Well, let's get some of those juggies in. Heck yeah. Why are there always nuclear biters next to the juggernauts? The front line is getting smaller. There is not much I can do to... I guess we can go around this side as well. Don't really want to lead these biters like directly towards the base though if I don't need to. Yeah, I don't think I want to go that way. Okay, it does look like we can sneak in a little bit more, perhaps? Oh, I didn't see these guys. Yeah, that was the chance, I suppose. Okay, we're gonna try to go around because this corner is the most... No, let's go up. I think we'll try to clear the north side and maybe I'll clear the bottom corner off camera or something so we can move on a little bit for Sunday. Yeah, we'll clear the north edge and then we'll take a look at how it's going with the base. And then we'll hopefully celebrate that things are going excellent. Finally. I'm jinxing it. I think though things have picked up again. Our future is starting to look brighter. You know, nuclear flash bright. Yeah, can somebody please shut off that effing alarm? Thank you. That should do it for those two nests. Okay, this cliff needs a hole. Oh no. That was pretty close. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, my battery is actually struggling. Okay, I think I need to stop soon. I don't really want to, but I do want to recap. This is about as close by as we want to get, I suppose. Ah! Yeah, I don't have option, I think. Let's take a look at all the chunks that exist. So indeed here this area was clear as we did before. This area should be clear, no land chunks are generated. Here a lot land chunks are generated, but it shouldn't connect to here. And this is all that needs to be cleared with the Spidertron, which is a fair amount. Same for down here. We're gonna clear up to here, I suppose, by hand. And then the rest is for clearing out with the Spidertron. And once we do that, it's world peace. It's that simple. It just takes, you know... We're not gonna finish in under 100 hours, let's say that. But I don't think we're gonna get to 120. I wanna know some production things, like... Are these crafting continuously, for instance? It doesn't seem so. And I think the main culprit is sulfuric acid. No, it's also green chips. Yes, not sulfuric acid, it's green chips. I think we are eating too many batteries. Maybe I should connect this sulfuric acid towards the main base as well. Let's check processing unit production. It looks like we're making about 2k per hour. Kind of, since we switched it back on again. I wonder if copper is now the bottleneck. It doesn't seem so. The iron belts are backed up. The steel belt here is backed up. We are prioritizing steel from this side. It does look like we have more iron coming into the base than the base can handle. We haven't checked power in ages, because we took care of it, for once. I might actually want to priority input. Does it do anything? Everything is flowing, so I don't think so. Guess we are filling... No, we're not filling up the steel furnaces either. It's just starting to back up then. This belt is flowing here still. But here it's backed up. So it looks like we're in the process of backing up the iron belts. That's good. So we could increase green chip production, I suppose. These are working all the time, right? That seems so. Even these are working all the time. We could switch to speed modules instead of productivity. We don't really care about saving the resources anymore, I think. So that would be an easy fix. You know, a slightly more difficult fix would just to be, you know, copy and paste this somewhere else and leave resources there. But do we need to? We got, I guess, 2 chests. 9.6k is 2 chests of processing units in store again. Which is enough for another 1000 nukes. We've got 1.6k, we've got about 2k nukes left. We can make 1k more for 3k. The spiders spent about 2k, I believe, to clear this over here and then these peninsulas. It does look like about the same amount of land as this, to be honest. But maybe slightly less. We're gonna need more than 3000 nukes. This is gonna be like 1500. Kind of depends on the bases that are there. So if that is 1500, then this is gonna be, looks like at least 4000. So we're gonna need, what, like 6000 nukes, let's say. We can make 3000 already. Processing unit production is at 2k per hour. So you can make 200 nukes per hour extra. So if you need to make 3000 extra nukes, that is 15 hours of production. Okay, we might get to 120 hours then. If we don't increase production, that is. I don't think we need to mine more uranium though. If we need to make 6,000 nukes, we need 180,000 uranium. We're at 145k, so that is pretty decent. And we're making 100 a minute or 6k per hour. That's actually the same. So we need 30 uranium per nuke and 10 blue chips. So 6k against 2k is actually balanced production. So maybe we don't really need to increase blue chip production that much. Except we've got larger stocks of uranium at the moment. I expect explosives to be... Yeah, explosives should be okay. Why isn't the alarm switching off? Yeah, explosives is just backed up. Okay, so that is good. That means the explosive buffer chests somewhere over here are full. They're all full and we can make them on demand. 600 artillery shells, only 2 assemblers active. We can probably make all of them active again. So yeah, sulfuric acid and or green chips are the main issue. It's mainly the green chips though at the moment. We already have pot trees, so the only way to increase it now would be to produce more chips in general. The carving speed, let's do an experiment. This produces 2.3 chips a second. If the last logistic bot can bother to show up, thank you. There's just 4.5, that's almost twice the production with the speed increase. Of course, we also need to give these guys the speed increase then. That's almost like 10 chips a second more, or half a blue chip a second more. Which is, that is 1800 blue chips per hour more. Okay, I really should do that, I think. Am I crazy? 10 green chips a second. It's not quite 10, but we can make 10. We can make it 10. We can upgrade some other things. As long as inserters are keeping up, we should be fine. These are now too slow. I don't have enough speed modules, I think. I'm gonna get underground attacked, maybe. Alright, so before we end the stream, can I make those upgrades? I think I can. We can do all of that remotely. So first of all, we have 12 speed modules in stock. Yeah, that's not great. It's enough for this though. The inserters might not be fast enough. Keep up. Actually, they are, it seems. Alright. We'll also upgrade these. Gonna be missing 40 speed modules. Okay, these are all empty. That is 40 speed modules. Let's make a couple more. And we can let the bolts, once those are made, we can let the bolts We can take it out again by right clicking and the bots will put it in the machinery. So hopefully that'll do the trick. We got 1k laser turrets in stock with all the old laser turrets put back in place. That's good. So no damage dealt here at all. I was pretty sure we were gonna get underground attacks. Maybe that's not a thing. Maybe that's just not a thing. Maybe I just think that it is a thing. It might not be a thing. Okay, I get nukes for 20 more minutes. I need to remember that. There's a satellite group over there. Let's make this the end of stream save then. Sorry for the shorter stream today. It is what it is. Battery empty, power go down. We get the attacks on the base here. I think it's fine. Just 119 biters in this one group. Base actually holding up fairly well. Cannot complain. At the beginning of the stream it was way worse. Especially when we ran out of laser turrets because somebody built all of them on this side of the map or something. Alright, we'll see. If I have time, I might just clear up the biters until the edge so we can get on with the spider troning or something. We'll see. I guess I'll do all on camera now. It's not that much anymore. It's looking good though. It is looking excellent. I can finally say that again at the end of a stream that it's looking excellent. I lost more than once already. I lost once today. I guess I died more often, but yeah, the biters just annihilating and just streaming into the base. That was the most severe loss that we suffered so far. I have the feeling that the amount of losses we get is actually not going up. That's if we delete the walls. There's rails. Bolts is trending downwards now for some reason. Laser turrets is not trending downwards though. I think it's in my mind. We got a really big attack spike, like not very long ago. But yeah, it has calmed down a bit. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just telling myself things. I think wall production by now should have backed up completely. Yeah, the stone belt is not moving, which is great. It means all the wall buffer chests have filled up again. We were so out of walls, man. We had 0 walls in the base. We had just a couple handfuls left in the outside of the base and some buffer chests. I might just want to do this for now. Filling those chests up again. Let's see if electronic chip production did something. Not much. Yeah, a temporary boost. Okay, so it does look like we do want the productivity modules then. Oh, we just need to build more copper drills. I think the belt infrastructure is not really great. All of the copper is flowing though. These aren't even upgraded yet, so I don't really know what's going on then. So if we don't have enough copper, then of course we do want the productivity modules, and that will give us more green chips over time. So we saw green chip production actually went down after the initial speed boost ate through that stack over there. Yeah, it does seem to be the case that we should. This is my only copper mine. I've been neglecting copper since forever. We just cut like a hole in it. So yeah, we wanna probably we have plenty of copper. We didn't get shafted for copper in this playthrough. It was iron that was the main issue. Alright, that concludes this summary, I suppose. So, yeah, that's gonna be it then. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back on Sunday, hopefully with a longer stream. It's not the greatest weather, so I hope I can charge the battery up enough to have a long stream. This Sunday for sure we will end up clearing the biters here. We will do some base reconstruction as we just went over. And I think we'll just get started on the spider nuking of this corner. Making 2 areas of world peace. The entire northern hemisphere will be world peace. And the entire southern hemisphere is gonna ferociously attack the base, because all of the attacks that Rampant throws at us are gonna come from one small area now. Maybe maybe something like doing this is in the cards. Is they build an entire wall in front of the first wall? Well, that's probably, that doesn't make any sense. Alright, that's all for today. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time.